Today, I don't even know what day this is, but it's like Groundhog Day. Do the same thing every day, but we're on the grass today for the sixth time. Practiced in the afternoon all week this week to get in the heat. Monday, really gutted them pretty good. Had a good physical day. Tuesday, did a lot of situational work, and today was short yardage. So we'll take the pads off tomorrow night and get under the lights for the first time at Chapman Stadium, and looking forward to that. Our first three games are at night, and we got to get used to playing in the lights. So do that tomorrow night. We'll have a walkthrough on Friday and then a mock game on Saturday. And then Sunday we're on to Abilene Christian, a really good ball club, well-coached team. But it's been a really good week. We've been healthy this week. We got our legs back a little bit, and then the next 3 days are critical for that, taking the pads off and getting our legs back so we can be the freshest team ready to play.
What do you think about the offense this week? Last week you said it was half and half between the two.
Yeah.
But offense, I feel like really stepped up today.
Yeah, offensive line has been the biggest pleasant surprise. We're going to be pretty good there, the best I've had compared to the competition. And we've had a lot of coaches that have coached at this level, and we think we're pretty good there. We're big, we're strong, we're physical. I feel like we can run the football, and that's what Kirk needs. Kirk needs a run game to create some space down the field and on the perimeter for these wideouts to go make plays. Our tight ends, Brody Foley is 6'5", 270. He's almost like an extra tackle on the line of scrimmage. And you got Julian Roberts, who's 6'5", 265. So we got some meat on the edges. I expect us to play in some 12 personnel, some 11, some 22, some 10. Hopefully we'll be tough to defend when we get our best people on the field.
On the offensive line, how did all of that come together?
Just recruiting and development. Our weight room's been huge, and I can't say enough about that. I've hit on that in about every press conference of how important it is to actually feed the players, give them nutrition, have red cards where they can eat off campus. We have great food here in and around campus, and our guys are able to go get that on their meal plan, and that's been huge. So they're getting 4 or 5 meals a day. We're giving them a snack every day. We're feeding them breakfast every day in the facility. It makes a huge difference to our competitions because everybody else we're playing against is doing those things. And when we're feeding our guys and we're working out 4 and 5 days a week and they're busting their tails, we're going to put on mass and strength. And we're stronger than we were in January for sure.
Go ahead.
How does talk about Chris Thompson's injury last time?
Yeah.
What does replacing him at the moment look like?
Yeah, he looks good. We took Josh Anglin out of the portal in May, who was a FCS freshman All-American from North Alabama. He's going to step in there. Will Alexander, who's earned a scholarship, will be in there. C.J. Turner, who's played a lot of football, will be in there. I mean, if there's one position we probably could have afforded a 6-week injury, was probably there. And we've got some depth there. So we'll have some guys ready to play. Obviously, Ray Coney's the workhorse in there, and we're going to try to play him in critical downs and as many downs as he can play. He's certainly one of our best players on defense, but we got some depth there.
Was taking him something that you planned on, Ray Coney, was that something that you planned on kind of from the time that you took the job, or was that something that more came about less strategically than that?
Yeah, I think anytime you're at a job, you always want to make great relationships with all your players, whether they're a walk-on, a freshman, or a senior that's been in your program for 4 years. And Ray and I had a great relationship, and I actually didn't recruit Ray. He was on the roster when I got there. And also, anytime you're evaluating jobs and you're evaluating places that are recruiting you and interviewing, you kind of always have a list of coaches ready to go and players ready to go. In today's day and age, I may have a player that played for me at Gardner-Webb that went on to Syracuse, and now that I'm at Tulsa, he becomes very recruitable. So I think you always, as a head coach, are planning for who's going in the portal and what coaches are going to be leaving, who you're going to fire, and then how you're going to get the best team and best coaching staff possible.
Are there enough hours in the day to get ready for what's coming in 10 days?
Yeah, the good thing about summer is we're allowed OTAs now, so we're allowed to do a lot of practicing with our players, and we're further ahead than I expected. The biggest thing we got to do this week is fight boredom. It's easy to sit there and watch film and come up with 100 new plays and, we can get them on this, we can get them on this. But honestly, in first games, you just want to go in there and do what you do, play fast, let our players play fast, take care of the football, play good on special teams, and see where the chips fall. So this week's all about fighting boredom next week, and just getting better at our plan and what we have already in. We worked on Abilene Christian, Navy, Oklahoma State, New Mexico State all summer. We had a preliminary plan done in June and July and April when we're here in the office. So I feel good about where we're at. Our guys are executing at a high level.
You talked about stepping up. I feel like they did today in the one-on-ones. I was
Yeah.
watching a little bit of that, and
Mhm.
it's pretty physical. I
Yeah.
feel like, with the
Yeah, and
players.
our receivers are doing some good things. I like our slots. We need a playmaker to emerge on the outside. With Tees, Makai Miller, Josh Smith are all three really good. Steptoe, who's a little banged up right now, but he'll be back for the first game. So, some of those guys are going to emerge, and we'll find out more when the lights come on who's going to make those plays. But I really like our DBs now. Our corners are going to be tops in this conference. I truly believe that. I think J.D. Drew, Champ Lewis, Nunu Campbell, E.G., Elijah Green, those four, you're not going to find four better with that depth of anybody we play against. And I think they're playing really good.
As the offensive coordinator, what ideally would you like your defense to look like?
Yeah, keep it in front. Don't give up big plays. Make offensive earn it. Don't get bored. Offensive coordinators, we love to call all the plays on the call sheet and all our cute stuff, and they're going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up with a penalty or a fumble snap or a false start or a drop ball. Like, we want to make them earn it. When we get to the red zone, we want to freaking make them kick field goals. I think games are won and lost in the red area. Third down, we get them third and long, we'll get after it. Certainly want to stop the run, keep it in front, and make them earn it. We're not going to be a blitz 50 times a game. That's not who we are. We want to play good, sound defense, good, sound football, keep it in front, and see how patient the quarterback and the offensive coordinator can be without messing it up. And once we get to the red area, we're going to get stops.